You know, if you've asked most people, they say they learn from their losses, that, you know, failure is the building blocks for success. And that kind of opened up some of the eyes for, you know, my eyes to me, that fight. You know, I realized that I think, you know, that I could have won that fight. I realized that I am one of the best in the world and I could be a top 5 guy and I could beat guys like Asensao and beat guys like Dillashaw. But that exposed some of the holes that I needed, and I realized I can't skate by on the talent set that I have, that I need to work on some other goals. I need to really work on my striking. More so not the skill set, but more so repetitive, timing, be in shape. I was dealing with some injuries in that, which I'll probably be taking into this fight. But I realized, you know, after that fight, and that I need to address you know, I need to address the problems that we're having. I need to address my striking issues, whether it's conditioning, whether it's punching, whether it's drilling more. I haven't hit focus mitts and trained striking really probably for 6 or 7 years, like, unless we put on the gloves and we're fighting. Like, my striking is we're fighting MMA, you know, like, I'm going to fight you in practice. But I never really focused a lot on actually getting better at striking, getting my timing down, hitting mitts, and I took that into account. In this fight I'm working with Jimmy Gifford, who's an awesome MMA striking coach, and I'm working with him 3 times a week. I'm doing a lot more shadow boxing, so trying to get my shoulders, my body conditioned to be able to throw down a little bit more. You know, fighting Eddie Wineland is going to be a really fun fight because, you know, he's a brawler, he's a scrapper, he's sprawling brawls. You know, he had wrestled, I believe, in high school, maybe even college, so he has a decent, you know, wrestling background. You know, he took Faber down. I think their first round he beat Faber. I think he actually even took him down. So the thing about him is I know Eddie Wineland is a fighter. You know what I mean? There's guys who are skilled and they're fighting the UFC and they're fighters, but there's guys who are a fighter and there's guys who is a fighter at their heart. Nick Diaz is a fighter at heart. I feel like Eddie Wineland is a fighter at his heart. I feel like he'll take a punch and he'll give a punch and he'll get in your face, and that's what I want. I don't think Wineland's gonna, you know, run from me. You know, I hope, Eddie, I hope you're out there. I hope you don't run from me. I hope you stand in my face and you try to KO me, and that's what I want. I think he's gonna bring the fight to me, and that's what I want. I want you to come forward and not back up, and let's fight, man. Let's not run around and play games. Obviously, you know, Wineland's got great striking. You know, he's good everywhere, but I think he would say his strength and what he enjoys is striking and moving. And obviously, you know, my game's grappling. You know, wrestling, grappling. I feel like I have the advantage. If you just clearly see black and white, he's a sprawl brawler, moves a lot, good heavy punching, and, you know, I pressure the pace and get guys in scrambles, and, you know, I choke guys, and that's I think it was going to be the classic, you know, obviously striker versus wrestler, but, you know, obviously I'm going to be throwing punches back and I'm going to be trying to knock him out, and, you know, he's going to probably, you know, maybe try to take me down or choke me if I'm in a bad position. But I think overall our game plans, overall, if you had to pick, it's going to be striker versus, you know, grappler wrestler. You know, I just need to come forward and I need to bring the fight to him. That's the main thing, is you have to dictate the pace of the fight. You know, I have to bring the fight where I want it to be. So the whole point of the fight is I have to make sure that I'm putting the fight in my favor by pushing forward, pushing the pace, and you know, dictating where it goes. Whether we're striking, or we're wrestling, I want to strike on my striking terms. I want to wrestle on my wrestling terms. You know, if I want to grapple, that's going to be the key thing, is using some wrestling to bring the fight where I want to fight. I don't mind striking. I like striking, but it's got to be on my terms when I want to engage and disengage. So the key is just controlling the fight.